Given information about a line, we can graph a line, and we've done this in the past section here. You plot the y-intercept, or your anchor point, B, and then you use the slope to count off to get to the next point. If the slope is positive, you're going to go up and to the right from your anchor point. If the slope is negative, from your anchor point, you're going to count down and to the right, and then connect the 2 points to form the line. If we're writing the equation of the line, though, we're going to take a look at finding the slope first by using the slope formula, or we can count it off if we've got the graph. Plug in the x, the y, and the m to solve for b, our anchor point, and then rewrite the equation y equals, plug in your m and plug in your b for y equals mx plus b form. So if I'm given 2 points, -3, 3, so we'll go over 3 and up 3, and 4, 2. So come over to 4, go up 2. Connect the dots or the points with your best straight line. And I notice that the line is going downhill, which means my slope should be negative. So for part B, determine the equation of the line. I'm just going to do this up here. So I've got a little more space up here. I need to find the slope first, so I can do it a couple of different ways. I could start here, count down 1. So I went down 1, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get to the point. Or I could use the slope formula. Call this point x1, y1, this one x2, y2, and use the slope formula. So 2 minus 3 over 4 minus, and then the number -3. So I have 2 minus 3 is -1 on top, 4 minus a -3 is 7 on the bottom, and I get a slope of -1/7. So I'm still looking for the equation of the line. I need y equals mx plus b for the equation of the line. I know m. I still need to know what's the y-intercept. Now I can kind of estimate it, but I'd rather do a better job than just kind of guessing at it. So the next thing I do, according to this, is plug in an x and a y point. So I can pick either of these 2 points. It doesn't really matter which one I pick. So I'm just going to pick the first one. Plug in the -3 for x and the +3 for y. So I have 3 equals -1/7 times -3 plus b. When you multiply, you just multiply straight across. So this is 3 equals -1 times -3, 7 times 1, plus b. To solve for b, I need to subtract 3/7 from both sides. Now I could go old school on this, get a common denominator and subtract that way, or you can use your calculator. All right, so let's think about what we're doing here. We're taking 3. Oops, where'd the calculator go? All right, so I'm going to clear that out. Take 3 minus, and then 3/7. 3 divided by 7. Now that's going to give me a big long decimal. My slope is already a fraction. I want to keep things exact, so I need to get this decimal back to a fraction. To do that on the Texas Instrument calculators, you go into the math menu, and then where it says convert to fraction, just hit enter twice. And 18/7 then is what b is equal to. So for my answer for part B, I plug my m and b back into my equation, y equals mx plus b, and that's the equation of that line. So y equals -1/7 x, and then plus 18/7. So my 18/7 is right there, and my slope is -1/7.